So let's go ahead and launch the application for the first time. All right, so it's looking for the Shield TV on Wi-Fi. Tells you make sure your Wi-Fi software is updated to the latest version. Shield TV should be on the same Wi-Fi or Ethernet network. So if you have multiple networks like I do, you can go ahead and pair via IP, and I'll show you guys how to do it, but then I'll go ahead and switch it back. So if you use the pair via IP option, it will ask you for the IP address. So let's go to settings. I'm gonna go down to network and internet connection. So it is wired in right now. So there's my IP address, 192.168.1.127. I'm gonna hit pair, and you can see it found it right away, found the code for me, and that's one way to pair it. So let me go back. The easier way to do this, guys, is to make sure that your Shield is on the same Wi-Fi network. So let me go back again. This time I'm just going to disable the Ethernet, and I'm going to go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi. So you can see right there it is connected to Mojo 5G. So let's go ahead and make sure I'm on that Wi-Fi network. So I'm looking for Mojo 5G. There it is. We'll just give it a second. All right, I am connected. Found two NVIDIA Shield TV, guys. You can see one of them is a 127 IP address. The other one is a 122. Now, I do have multiple NVIDIA Shields. However, I know that only one is currently turned on. So both these IP addresses, one is for the Wi-Fi and one is for the Ethernet connection. So if you remember, the address I just got was the 127. That was when it's wired in. If you're on Wi-Fi, the IP address could have changed, guys. So to verify this, we're going to go back, click on the Wi-Fi network. We're going to click on it again, and there's the IP address that is pulling via Wi-Fi. So because I disconnected the Ethernet adapter, if I click on the 127, it's not going to connect. So it's telling you unable to connect to 127. That's because Ethernet was turned off. So we're going to click on 122. There's the code. We're going to put in 803.958. And here we are inside NVIDIA Shield application. So first, let me go ahead and go home. So it starts out with the apps page, guys. And from here, you do have all the applications that's installed on your device. So for instance, if I wanted to launch Plex, I'll just click on Plex. And you can see Plex is now launched. I do have the 3 Android buttons here in the middle. I have the back button there. I have the home button. So click that, it will go home. And I do have the menu button right there, which is pretty cool. So a couple cool options. Let me go over the top area first. So where it says remote, if you click that, it will go back to apps. You can see the remote function is at the bottom. So the launch remote, essentially, just hit that button on the bottom and it will bring up the remote control. So from the remote control, guys, you do have a couple options. So where it says D-pad, if you click on the down, you can switch it to swipe. All right, you can see I can kind of navigate with swipe. And we'll switch it again. We're going to go to trackpad. All right, so that actually brings up the mouse, guys. So I really like this controller right here. So right here is the mouse. You can tap on it to launch it. I'm gonna go back. Don't want to start playing content here. Hit the home button. You do have the right click. You do have the left click right there as well, guys. Go back again. And another cool part about this is that you do have an active keyboard. So let me go home. Let me just pull up a web browser. Let's go to Puffin. See, I was doing a speed test. So a cool thing about this, you can search, you can use the voice, which I'll demonstrate in a little bit, but you do have an option to hit the keyboard button right here. So if you hit keyboard, keyboard comes up. Now I can search for whatever. I had a typo there, but you get it, and it will bring up whatever you search for. So let's hit the home button again. So that's basically all the remote controls. We do have the swipe pad, which we essentially started out on. You have the trackpad. You do have the D-pad as well. So let me know which one's your favorite. Personally, I do like the trackpad, just because it brings that cursor, that mouse on the screen, and just makes it easy to navigate, in my opinion. Now within the trackpad, guys, you do have gestures, so you can do 2 fingers. You can scroll up, scroll down. All right, left and right. You can pinch zoom if you're on a web page. So a lot of great functionality. Plus the keyboard, I believe, is a big plus in this instance. So the next button over is the microphone button. So with this, you can use your Google search. You can use your voice to do different things. So let's go ahead and give it a try. What's the temperature like in Oakland, California? Next to that, you have your volume control. So mute, volume down, volume up. And you do have the option here, if you hit the power button, it will go ahead and send your Shield to sleep. Let's go ahead and wake it back up. So like I said, below that you have your back button, you have your home button, and you do have your menu button, as well as your fast forward, pause, play, and rewind button at the bottom. So let's hit the drop down. We're going to go from the remote, and you can see you have your apps here, guys. You have your games, and you can go ahead and launch stuff. You can play movies. So this is a great alternative. I know a lot of people complain about the old Shield remotes, and the new ones are not yet available for sale. So this is a great alternative in my opinion. Works well on the Shield. Like I said, I love the remote. I love the fact that it does have the mouse function. That's actually a true mouse where you can go ahead and move around. You can double click. You can use gestures, which I think is pretty good touch. But just wanted to do a quick video on this. A lot of people asking about Shield remotes or compatible remotes with the Shield. This is a great option. If you guys are using this app, let me know what you think about it. Let me know how long you've been using it, and let me know if this will prevent you from buying an additional remote or a second remote for your NVIDIA Shield. Now for your Fire Stick users, there is a similar application. I've done a video on that. I'll